Mountains are the first land formation I'm having you put on your map, because where mountains are placed on your map will determine where other land formations in certain climates and environments will be found on your map. Mountains can determine where rivers flow, where forests grow, and where deserts can be found. Since mountains will shape your world so much, your next step is to put mountains on your map. As you may know, mountains are created by the movement of tectonic plates. The Earth's crust is not one solid piece like an eggshell. Rather, the Earth's crust is made up of many different pieces called tectonic plates. While these plates may look and feel settled to us, they are actually moving very slowly. This movement results in plates separating from one another and colliding with one another. This movement produces at least 4 different kinds of mountains: fold mountains, fault block mountains, dome mountains, and volcanic mountains. In your world, your mountains may have been formed by the buildup of magma or by the collision of tectonic plates. Or maybe there were other forces involved. Since you are writing fantasy, you are free to have gods, monsters, and giants build up and shape your mountains, or any other land feature for that matter. If you choose to go the route of God, monsters, giants, or anything else like that, you'll have to come up with the legends and lore as to how your mountains came to be. But if you choose to form mountains the way they are formed on our planet, then you are going to have to figure out how they were made, whether by the collision of tectonic plates or the buildup of magma below the Earth's crust. However a mountain is formed, whether through folding, faulting, doming, or volcanic eruptions, it is then shaped by other forces such as the steady erosion caused by wind and rain or the grinding power of glaciers. So for this assignment, I want you to return to your map. Right now it might look like a blob or a line meandering across the page, but now you're going to add mountains. Draw your mountains and mountain chains on your map. They can be very simple looking for now, like little carrots or upside-down V's. Once you've put the mountains on your map, you are then going to figure out how they got there. If you decide to give your mountains a more fantastical origin story, you can figure out how they got there in a later lesson when we work on the legends and lore of your world. But if you decide that your mountains are shaped by the natural movements of your world's crust, then you need to decide how these mountains were made, whether by folding, faulting, doming, or volcanic eruption. After you figure out how they were formed, you can break your world up into tectonic plates. Keep in mind some tectonic plates are very large, and it's possible that your map, if it depicts only a region of your world, may only contain one tectonic plate, or one fault line between 2 plates. Also note that not all sections of your fault lines need to have mountains over them. Some sections of your fault lines will have mountains above them, and some won't. So for this assignment, draw mountains on your map. And if you choose to use tectonic plates, draw a map with the fault lines between the tectonic plates. Remember, this is a rough draft, so nothing has to be perfect or final now. You can always edit later on. Once you've finished with this step, move on to the next step in mapping out your world. Hey everybody, thanks for watching. This was a lesson in my world building workshop for fantasy writing. You can get the full course on this playlist right here. And if you'd like to get the course without any ads or without any interruptions, you can get it on Udemy, which I'll include in a link in the description. So again, thanks for watching, and happy world building and happy writing.